everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Ravens.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Detroit Lions. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Alex Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
This is Collins on the handoff, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Green, 39. And he motions the wide receiver. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They run with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Green 39! Green 39! And again, it's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, here's Blunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but, yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
About 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
3rd down now following the run. Here's Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive starts with a run by Collins. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long. It's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Play action. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
They'll begin the drive with Collins.
Whoosh.
And some space here. There goes Alex Collins. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards on the ground. First, they go right back to Collins. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him? That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way? And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Blunt.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Here's Bullock, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Here we go now.
Perriman in motion right. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney, hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. And the wideout in motion. They'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sylvester Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. First and goal, Collins. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Second and goal from the 5. They'll try again with Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. first and 10. Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. To throw again. Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Stafford on first down. Caught right side, Tate. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Finding room at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here's a first down run with Collins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Detroit! Let's go! 3-19!
Perriman in motion right. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Gun! 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 Here we go! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford escaping the pressure right and able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. And pushing up their lead, the Titans have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So out now come the Lions. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year by just 350. 2nd down following the run. Abdullah on the counter. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, Abdullah. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they run to the backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right there at the 43.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run it with Abdullah. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he's got room. There goes Alex Collins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Alabama, Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
They go again with Collins. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Collins, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And Detroit getting set to go now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. In motion left is Perriman. Collins running it from the pistol. And some room to roam now. That good for 19 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. And this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now let's go.
And he motions the wide receiver. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Ravens on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now, and the Titans have just scored, so they add on to their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. On first down, it's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Willie Henry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
One last throw here for Stanford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.